I works of love. Lecting my late father. 1. Realising my love for my father. I realised that I love my father who passed away. I often think of him and try to talk to him in my heart. I also try to remember how he looked. Kierkegaard said, true love does not expect any reward. He gave 2 examples, loving a child and remembering someone who has died. Death does not end a relationship. Death is not the end of a relationship. Before I read Kierkegaard's works of love, I thought relationships only lasted while people were alive. But after reading Remembering the Dead in Love, I learned that love for the dead is the greatest kind of love. Number 3, conditional love versus true love. Most of our relationships are based on conditions. If someone loves me more, I love them more too. But if someone stops loving me, I stop loving them. This is not true love. It is like a business deal. Hashna 4, the baby and the dead, both wake us up. A baby and someone who has died both wake us up. A baby cries and asks for love and care, but someone who died does not ask for anything, yet still wakes us up. Cry for the dead, for they have left the light. Cry for the foolish, for they have left wisdom. But do not cry too much for the dead, for they are resting. Sirach 22:11. Number 5, mourning is not the end of the relationship. A relationship with someone who died is not finished after 1 week of mourning. It is a long relationship that continues forever. Even if we cried at the funeral, it does not mean the relationship is over. 6. My father's passing. I did not cry at my father's funeral. He passed away the day he was hospitalised with heart disease. He had always said, I won't lie in a hospital bed, and that came true. Thankfully, my brother and I were able to be with him in the ICU in Cheongju. I said, Father, I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Then I left to eat dinner nearby. While eating, the hospital called. They told us he was passing, so we returned. He lay quietly in bed, not saying a word. He did not speak a final line like in a movie. I said again, Father, I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. My throat tightened. I did not cry, but after I spoke, 2 tears ran down his face. Maybe that happens when someone dies. I don't know. But I believe that was our silent goodbye. Number 7, continuing the relationship after death. Since then, I have gone to his grave several times for the autumn memorial. When I visit my hometown, I often go up to his grave if I miss him. That is the relationship between my father and me after his death. 8, a son's reflection on his father. After my father passed away, I thought I was still not a good son. I don't remember ever talking with him as one person to another. He must have been a person too, but I only thought of him as a parent who must love. Now he is gone. Sometimes I suddenly remember him and try to talk to him, but there is no answer. I remember his back, his work, his hair, big eyes, angry face, loving heart, and how his face got puffy and his belly grew as he aged. 9, the freedom and responsibility of remembering. To remember someone who has died is the freest kind of love. Someone who died cannot speak. They do not ask for love. They do not get angry if we forget them. We can treat the dead however we like. But here is the strange thing. Their silence is scary. It is like a mirror. It shows us who we really are. The dead do not ask us to remember them. But if they were kind and good in life, they make us stay awake at night. 10, the ethical choice to remember or forget. There is no law to punish people who forget the dead. We are completely free, and that is what makes it scary. When we feel most free and comfortable, who are we really? That shows in how we treat the dead. 11, eternal relationships. There is a saying, out of sight, out of mind. But from the view of eternity, that is wrong. Even if we cannot see them, our relationship continues. People who remember the dead in love are truly loving people. Other love is often conditional or done to look good in front of others. 12, the weakness and power of the dead. There is no one weaker than the dead. They cannot bother us. We are totally free to do whatever we want. This is why we stand before an ethical choice. Will we remember them or not? No one can judge us. It is a matter of the heart. 13, the purest kind of love. Love for the dead is the purest and truest love. It does not ask for anything. It does not wait for a reward. About 2 years ago, my great uncle died. I still remember Elder Han Yonggi, who founded our church 68 years ago. I hear his face and his words in my heart. I learned that remembering the dead is the greatest love. That is why we also remember great people and our ancestors. 114. Remembering in the church. These days, churches celebrate Children's Day without children. On Parents' Sunday, many parents have already passed, but from the view of eternity, we still have relationships with the dead. No one can give you a medal for honouring your parents now. No one can judge you, but how you love shows in how you remember them. 15. Love does not blame. When our love grows cold, we often blame others. We say they changed. But that is just an excuse. The dead do not change. Only we can change. Our relationship with the dead shows our own heart. 16. To remember is to love. To remember the dead is to love. To forget the dead is to choose not to love. No one will judge you. Missing my father? My father cared most about our education. My parents lived in Goisan, North Chungcheong. I lived alone in Cheongju from middle school. Since I was 13, I did not live with my father again. We did not talk a lot. He quietly supported our studies. Even with little money, he sent us what we needed. It has been nearly 10 years since he passed, but I miss him more as time passes. Now our conversation has begun, and this conversation will go on forever. Q1. What inner transformation happened in you after writing this tribute to your father? In what ways can remembering the dead shape your present relationships with the living? How can churches or communities better support the spiritual practice of remembering the dead in love?